Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Student Diary. Here I make videos related to Sanskrit. On my channel you will find all the topics from grade 5 to grade 10 for CBSE board related to Sanskrit literature and grammar. I'll cover all the topics in great detail and I promise you I will make you understand all the topics in a very easy way and you all will become an expert in Sanskrit. So, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get notified whenever a new video comes. And if you like the videos and if you find them helpful, please hit the like button. Okay, so on this note, let's start today's video. Today I have picked one chapter from grade 8 Ruchira textbook. As you can see on my screen, this is the Drityaha Pataha. That means this is the second lesson of the Ruchira textbook. And the title of the chapter is Bilasya Vani Na Kadapi Me Shruta. So by hearing, you can feel right, the title is so long. And I want to tell you some background story for this one. This story, this is a small story. This has been taken from Panchatantra. I think it is mentioned also here. Yeah, it has been taken from Panchatantra and which is written by Vishnu Sharma. I think everyone has read the stories of Panchatantra, right? We have so many stories, and main characters in the story are going to be the animals mainly, right? Birds and animals, correct? And it has been written by Vishnu Sharma, and the stories are like very interesting and full of morals, right? So something similar to that only. We are having one more story from Panchtantra only, and the name of the title, as we have just read it, Bilasya Vani Na Kadapi Me Shruta. So let's go meaning for this title. Bilasya. So bil means a house. Okay, so in this particular story, Bill will be the cave because cave is also the house, right, of someone. So here particularly it is cave, but Bill means it's a house. Okay, of someone, especially for the rats and all that, right? That small hole will be there. That is actually called as Bill. Okay, so I will write here cave because cave will be related to our story. Okay, and Bilasya, it is in Shashti Vibhakti, right? So we can say of cave, right? Vani means the voice, na means not, Kadapi, not and Kadapi is ever. So not ever will become never. Okay. Me means I. Shruta means heard. So here the writer is saying, not the writer, basically the person or the animal or whoever is speaking this, that is saying that I have never heard a cave speaking. I have never heard the voice of a cave. Looking interesting, right? Let's see what the story is having in its store. Let's start with the first sentence only. Kasminschit vane kharan kharah nam simha prativasati sma. So kasminschit means in some, vane means forest. So for vane is in Saptami Vibhakti, right? Correct. One is in Saptami Vibhakti, that's what became vane. And then kasminschit, kasmin is also in Saptami Vibhakti, right? Kasminschit. Chit we use for when we want to say indefinite pronoun, when we don't know who is that person or who is that thing, right? So we'll say in some forest because we don't know which forest they are talking about. Okay. Kharan kharah. Kharan khar was the name. Okay. Nam means named and Kharan khar was the name. Simha means lion. So the name of the lion was Kharan khara. Correct? Prativasati sma means used to live or lived. Okay. So whenever with present tense you have a sma after that, that gives the meaning of the past tense to the sentence. Okay, so prativasati, and then after that we had put a small, that means it is a past tense. Fine. So the meaning of the first line says that in some forest, Kharankar named lion used to live. Right? Saha kadachit itastatah paribhraman shraddhartah na kimchit api aharam praptvan. Saha means he. Kadachit. Kada means like some time, right? Kada means when. And kada is related to time. And chit, we are again using, that means some time. Like we don't know what time it is, right? So again, indefinite. Kadachit means he, sometime, some random time. Itas tataha. It is actually itaha and tataha. Okay. So itaha means here and tataha means there. And we use this word mostly in avyaya shabd, right? Itas tataha, here and there. Okay, so itaha is here, tataha is there, and we can put a and in between. So it will become here and there. Paribhraman means roaming. Here and there he was roaming. Shuddhartah means hungry. So this Shuddhartah is used as an adjective for the lion. Which kind of lion? Who was hungry. Okay. Na means not. Kinchitapi means anything. Aharam means food. Praptwan means God. So actually, what happened? That lion was just roaming around in the jungle, any somewhere, and he did not get anything for the food. He was hungry, but he did not get anything for the food. Okay. Tatah tatah suryast samye ekam mahatim guham drashtva sah achintayat. So tatah means there. Suryast samye means suryast means sunset. Okay, Suryast means sunset and Samye means time. Okay, now Samye is it's in Saptami Vibhakti, right? So it will be at the sunset time or during the time of sunset. Okay, during the sunset time. Ekam means one, Mahati means big, Guham means cave. So Guha and Bil, they are the same type of things. They are both are the houses of someone. Drishtva means seeing. Saha means he. Achintiyat means thought. Okay, so there, then what happened? He during the sunset time, he saw one big cave. Okay, now you can see that this word ekam and mahatim, one and big, they are used as an adjective for the cave. Okay, they are used as an adjective for the cave. Correct? Drishtva means seeing. He thought. So who is he? The lion. Okay, if someone asks you for whom this word saha has been used, so you will say it is used for the lion. Okay, achintyat means thought. Nunam etasyam guhayam ratrau ka api jivah agachati. Nunam means certainly, for sure. Etasyam. Now, if you see Etasyam and Guhayam, they both are in the Saptami Vibhakti, right? Etasyam is like in this. Guha means cave. So, in this cave, again, Etasyam is used as an adjective, means as a visheshan for the word Guhayam. Okay, for Guham it was Ekam and Mahatim, and for Guhayam it is Etasyam. So just remember one thing, that adjective and the noun which it is describing, they have to be in the same Vibhakti and same Vachan always. Like Guhayam was in Saptami Vibhakti, then Etasyam is also in the same Vibhakti and same Vachan, right? That's why Etasyam is used as an adjective for Guhayam. Fine. So Etasyam Guhayam means in this cave. Ratrau, it is again Saptami Vibhakti. So in night. Koapi means someone. Some you can say random. Jivaha means any living being, we can say, because lion did not know that who is the person, whose cave is that. Okay, so he's just saying that living being. Agachati means comes. So he thought that certainly, because he saw one very big cave, right? So he thought certainly in this cave in night some living being comes. Okay, he was just thinking that he can get his food now, right? The thought was going on in his mind because he was very hungry. Atah atra ev nigudo bhutva tisthami. Atah means that's why. That's why. Atra ev, it is made up of two words, atra and ev. Atra means here, eva means only. So here only, nigodo bhutva together is making the meaning as hidden. Tisthami means sit. Fine. So he's saying that here only I will just hide and sit. Fine. So now here my question is that if I say the verb is tisthami, means the dhatu roop is, or the kriya is tisthami, right? So for this kriya tisthami, what is the subject used? So can someone tell? Okay. For Tishtami, because it is in Uttam Purush Ekvachan, the subject has to be aham only. There cannot be any other subject for the Kriya Tishtami. Okay. So if in exam somewhere you get that for Tishtami, you have to write the Kartrupad, the subject you have to write. So you will say it is aham. Whether it is mentioned in the sentence or not, but by seeing the verb, you can identify the subject. Fine. So for Tishtami, it's going to be aham. So now, if we just see once again this line, so they are saying that then during the sunset time, he saw one cave, and by seeing that cave, he thought certainly some animal comes here in the night, and I will sit here only hidden. Right? Let's see what he does next. Etasmin antre. Etasmin antre means in the meantime, or in this meantime, we can say, like when he was thinking and he was sitting right in the same time only. Guhayaha. It is Shashti Vibhakti. So off cave or caves, you can say. Swami means the owner of the cave. Dadi Puchaha. Dadi Puchaha is the name. Okay, like Karan Kharaha was the name. Dadi Puchaha is also the name. So I'm not writing that because it is exactly the same word I have to write just in English. Dadi Puchaha. Namakaha means named. Shrugalaha means jackal. Oh, so this is the house of a jackal basically. Samagachat means came. So, in the meantime, what happened? The owner of the cave, who was Dadipuch, whose name was Dadipuch, and he was a jackal. Fine. He came there. Sa cha yavat pashyati tavat sihi pad padatihi guhayam pravishta drishyate na cha bahir agata. So, sa means he, cha means and he, yavat meaning here will be as far as. Yavat meaning as far as. Pashyati means sees. So as far as he can see, Tavat means till that point, like as far as he can see, till that point. Sihi pad padati. Simhi means lion. Pad means foot. Padatihi means prints. So whose footprints? The lion's footprints. Guhayam, it is Saptami Vibhakti, right? So in cave, Pravishta means entering. Drishyate means see, seen. Na means not. Cha means and this word Bahiragata is made up of two words, Bahi and Agata. So you will get to know when we will be doing the Visarg Sandhi. And yes, I have uploaded a video on Visarg Sandhi. You can just check in that. You can learn the rules of Visarg Sandhi. That will be helpful in understanding how Bahiragata became Bahi and Agata. Okay, so Bahi means outside, Agata means coming. Okay, Bahiragata. So the meaning of this line is that, like when that jackal came, so he, as far as he could see, he was seeing that the lion's footprints are there. He could see them entering the cave. Means he could see that the lion was entering the cave, but the footprints of the lion going inside. But he was not seeing them coming outside. So he was very clever, right? He was very clever. He was very observe. He was having a good observing power. Correct. He could see the footprints and he could identify them that they are going towards the cave, but they are not coming back from the cave outside. So by that, what happened? He understood, right, that he is still inside. So Shrigalaha Achintyat. Shrigalaha means that jackal. Dadipuchaha. Achintyat means thought. So jackal thought, oh, Vinashto Asmi. This is again made up like this. Vinashtaha Asmi. Okay. Vinashtaha Asmi means, oh, I got killed. It happens, right? Like when we just are in some kind of big problem, right? So we'll think that, oh my God, I got killed now. What should I do? Right? So same thing that Jackal is thinking because he could see the danger in front of him, right? So, oh, Vinashto Asmi means Vinashto means killed, Asmi means am. Okay, so he's saying that, oh, I got killed. Nunam Asmin Bile Simha Asti Iti Tarkyami. Nunam means certainly. We have done this word many times. Asmin Bile. Asmin means in this. Bile means cave. So in this cave, so you can see that Asmin and Bile, they both are in Saptami Vibhakti. So now you know the meaning of this, right? They are used as an Visheshan. Simha means lion. Asti iti is made up of two words like asti and iti. Again, these all are the sandhi which I am doing. So you have to see the sandhi videos or you have to learn the sandhis. Asti means is. Iti means like this. Tarkyami means think. So what happened? He started thinking that, oh, I got killed and I think there is certainly the lion inside the cave. That's what I am thinking. Tat kim karvani. Tat means then. Kim karvani means what should I do? Then what should I do? Because now he has to make a plan, right? To get rid of that lion. Now, again, my question, this word karvani, it is in which lakar? It is in lot lakar. Okay. And it is Uttam Purush Ek Vachan. So if someone asks you the subject, the Kartrupad for this sentence, it will be again aham. Fine. It has to be aham because karvani is from the lot lakar and Uttam Purush Ek Vachan. Fine. I'm hoping you people have learned or memorized all the Dhaturup and Shabdrups because now this is a 8th grade chapter. So in 8th grade, you should be knowing all the Shabdrups and Dhaturups so that Sanskrit becomes an easy subject for you. And I can guarantee you, if you learn Shabdrup and Dhaturup properly, if you have memorized those tables, other than that, everything I can make you understand based on that. But the condition is that everyone has to memorize all the Shabdrups and Dhaturups, right? Okay, fine. I'm hoping you will do. Give a thumbs up. एवं विचिन्त्य दूरस्थः रवं कर्तुम् आरब्धः. Evam means like this. Vichintya means thinking. So after thinking like this, that what should I do? And then he started thinking. Then he thought, after thinking, the Durasthaha means from far. Ravam means noise. This is also again made up of two words. It is kartum arabdaha. Okay, kartum arabdaha means started doing. Okay, arabdaha means started and kartum means doing. Fine. So after thinking like this, from far only, he started making noise. So he started from far only doing noise. Okay. Bho Bill, Bho Bill. So Bill is who? Who is Bill? Bill is the cave. So he started calling cave. Hey cave, hey cave. It seems he was thinking that cave is talking to him, right? Hey cave. Kim na smarasi. Kim na smarasi means don't you remember? Smarasi means remember. Now here again the question comes that smarasi is there, right? So this word is from Madhyam Purush Ekvachan, right? They have not mentioned the word you here, correct? There is no tvam here. But smarasi is there, that means the kriya is of Madhyam Purush Ekvachan, that means subject has to be, the Kartrupad has to be tvam only. It cannot be anything else. Okay, so if someone asks you the Kartrupad for smarasi, it has to be tvam. Fine. So is it, don't you remember? यत् मया त्वया सह समयः कृत अस्ति यत् यदा अहं बाह्यतः प्रति आगमिष्यामि तदा त्वं माम् आकरिष्यसि. Yan maya is made up of two words, yat maya. So don't you remember? Yat means that. Maya means by me. Tvaya saha means with you. Tvaya means with you. Here, this word samayaha has the meaning I can write here. Samaya has the meaning as agreement. Okay, promise. Fine. Kritaha asti means done. Okay, or is done. Asti means is. So, don't you remember that a promise has been done by done like by me with you. So, what is the promise? Yat means that. Yada aham. Yada means whenever. Aham means I. So whenever I, bahayataha means from outside, prati agamishyami means come back. Prati agamishyami means come back. So like he told that, don't you remember that with you by me, an agreement has been done. And then what agreement is that? That whenever I come back from outside, tada means then, Tvam means you. Mam means to me or me. Akarishyasi means will call. Okay. So He is just reminding. He is just reminding that cave that don't you remember that by me with you, an agreement has been done that whenever I will come back from outside, you will call me. यदि त्वं मां न आह्वयसि तर्हि अहं द्वितीयं बिलं यास्यामि इति. Yadi means if, tvam means you, mam means to me, na means not, ahavyasi means call. So if you do not call me, tarhi means then, aham means I, dvitiya means you can say other or second, bilam means cave, yasyami means will go. Okay, iti means like this. So he told that if you will not call me or if you are not calling me, then I am going to some other cave. Okay, so this was actually a trap for the lion, right? At etat shrutva simha achintiyat nunam esha guha swaminah sada samavahanam karoti. At means then. This etat shrutva is etat plus shrutva. Okay, etat means this, then this, shrutva means hearing. So after hearing this, simha means lion, achintyat means thought. So when he heard, because he was inside, right? He was inside the cave just waiting for the jackal to come inside. And that time, when he heard a jackal saying this sentence that if you will not call me, I'll go to some other cave. And then the lion started thinking, oh, if he will go, then how I'll get my food? Right? He was super hungry. Okay, then after hearing this, the lion thought, Nunam Esha. So it is again two words, Nunam and Esha. Sorry, I have written a wrong spelling of Esha. Should be like this. So Nunam means certainly we know, right? Esha means this. So Esha is used for a feminine word. Okay. Eshaha we used for pulling, Esha we used for striling, and Etat we use for napunsakling. Okay, so now guha. So now you can say that Esha has been used for guha. Fine. Certainly this cave, Swaminaha, it is Shashti Vibhakti. Okay, Swaminaha is Shashti Vibhakti. So of owner. So who was the owner? The owner was that jackal, correct? Sada means always. Samavahanam karoti means does calling. So basically, now the lion started thinking that certainly this cave always does the calling of his owner whenever he comes back. Parantu mat bhayat na kinchit vadati. Parantu means but, mat bhayat, because of my fear. Like you can say mat means my, bhayat means fear. So here, like because of my fear, na means not, kinchit means anything, vadati means speaks. So now, because I am here, so this cave is scared of me. It's not speaking anything because it got scared because I am there. Fine. So I think that the lion was fool enough, right? My God, how he became the king of the jungle. Atva sadhu idam uchyate. Atva means or, sadhu idam. This is made up of two words. Sadhu idam uchyate. Sadhu means correct. Idam means this. Uchyate means said. So he's now this shloka is the next shloka which is coming, that is spoken by the lion only. Okay, so lion is saying that, or it has been said correct only. What has been said correct? Bhayas भयसन त्रस्त मनसाम हस्तपादादिकाः क्रिया प्रवर्तन्ते न वाणी च वेपतुः च अधिको भवेत्. So bhayasan trust manasa means scared people, and it is shashti vibhakti bahuvachan, so it's going to be of scared people. Of scared people you can say, or living beings you can say here. The one, anyone who is scared of that. Hast padadika. Hast means hands. Pada means legs. Adika means etc. Okay. Kriya means work. Pravartante na means not. Vani means voice. Kya means and. Vepatuhu means trembling. Adhiko means much. Bhavet means is there. Okay, so now the lion is saying that lion is being proud that everyone is scared of me. So he's saying that the living beings who are scared, for those people, hands, legs, and their voice, the all the activities related to hands, legs, and voice that stop working or that do not work properly, and there will be a lot of trembling in the body. Okay, a lot of trembling is there in the body. So he was feeling that the cave is scared of him and this cave is shaking. Okay, I hope till here it is clear. Give a thumbs up, and if you feel any doubts are there till here, you can write them in the comment section. I will try to reply them. I'll try to clear your doubts. Tat aham asya ahvanam karomi. Tat aham. This tadaham is made up of two words, tat and aham. Okay, tat means that, aham means I. Asya means of this. So asya has been used for what? For the what do you say? For the Dadipuchha, the jackal. Ahavana means calling. Karomi means do. So he is thinking that now he is just going to call him. Okay. Evam means like this. So means by calling. Saha means he. So who is Saha? The Dadipuchaha. Bile means in cave. It is Saptami Vibhakti, right? So in cave. Pravishya means enter. Me means my. Bhojya means food. Bhavishyati means will become. He is just thinking about his food. Huh? His wish is still not completed. So he is saying that, okay, now I am calling him, and like this, he will enter the cave and he will become my food. So he was so happy, right? Itham vicharya simha sahasa shrugalasya ahavanam akarut. Itham means like this. Vicharya means thinking. So thinking like this. Simha means lion. I will not write the meanings again and again. Sahasa means suddenly. Shrigalasya means of jackal. Ahavanam akarut means called. He did the calling of the Shrigal, the jackal. Right? After thinking like that, oh, that he will come inside and he will become my food. Simhasya means of lion. It is Shashti Vibhakti, right? So lions or of lion. Uch Garjan. Uch Garjan. Uch means loud. Garjan means the roar, the sound of the lion. Pratidhvanina. Pratidhvanina means echo. And it is dhvani na, right? So it is Tritya Vibhakti. So with. So with the echo. Sa means that. Sa is used here. Sa is a feminine word and it has been used for guha. So guha means cave. So that cave. Uchai means loudly. Frigala means that jackal. Ahavyat means called. Okay, fine. So what happened with the loud roar of the lion? Uh, then what happened? The echo of the loud roar of the lion, that cave loudly called the jackal, right? Because lion's roar is going to be very loud, right? And the echo of that also is going to be very loud because the cave was closed, right? So अनेन अन्ये अपि पशवः भयभीताः abhavan. Anin means by that. By what? By the calling of the uh, lion. Anya api means other also. I will write here. Other also. What other also? Pashavaha means animals. Bhayabhitaha means scared. Abhavan means became. So what happened? He made so loud noise that other animals also got scared by his noise. So I think we can see here, right? They all got scared. So, Shrigalah api tatah duram palayamanah imam apathat. Shrigalo api is like Shrigalah and api. This is Visarg Sandhi. So, Shrigalah is the jackal. Api means also. Tataha means from there. Dura means far. Palayamanaha means running. So it is like while running. Okay, while running to the far place. Imam apathat. Imam, this is made up of two words. It's imam and apathat. Okay, I'll write here. Imam and apathat. Fine. Imam means this. Apathat means read. So he was reading this shloka. Okay, he was reading this. So what he was reading while running, he was reading actually. So he was reading this one. Okay. अनागतम यह कुरुते स शोभते स शोच्यते य न करोति अनागतम वने अत्र संस्थस्य समागता जरा बिलस्य वाणी न कदापि मे श्रुता. So anagatam means is a problem which is there. Okay. Which you can actually identify the problem right before it comes actually. Anagatam means the problem. Yaha means who. Kurute means here what you will do with the problem. Solution, right? So kurute will here be solve. Kurute ka literal meaning is not solving anything. Kurute means do. So basically here it is like the one who does something for the problem which is supposed to come. Sa means he. Shobhate means happy. So that person or that living being who is actually getting the solution of the problem, that becomes happy. Sa means he. Shochate means become sad. Yo means who. Na means not. Karoti anagatam. Not na karoti anagatam means not find the solution. Okay, not find the solution. So basically the jackal here or the poet here is saying that the one who is actually solving the problem, who is actually getting the solution of the problem, they become happy, and the one who are not able to find the solution, they become sad. Like here the jackal was super clever, right? He just identified in a second that lion is there still inside. Lion was hiding inside only, right? But he got to know outside only. If he was not clever enough or he was not thinking in that way, he could have just entered, right? And if he would have entered that time, the lion would have killed him, right? But he was clever enough to save himself. And bichara lion, I'm just thinking, still he is hungry. He's still waiting for his food. Right. So saying that the one who finds the solution for the problem, he'll be happy, and the one who does not find the solution, he'll be sad. Vane atra. Vane means Vane is in Saptami Vibhakti, right? In forest. Atra means here. So here in the jungle or here in the forest. Sansthasya means living. Samagata means arrived. Jara means old age. So basically, that jackal was super clever, right? That means he was aged also. So that's what that jackal is saying, that living in this jungle or in forest, I just got old age, right? Bilasya Vani na kadapi me Shruta. I have never heard any cave speaking till now. Right? So how how lion could think that a cave can speak? Right? He just came in the trap of the jackal. Correct? So only being brave is not sufficient. The story tells us, right? You have to be clever also. Correct? Like jackal. Jackal is not that much of brave, but at least he's clever. Lion is brave, but in the story he was not clever. Generally, lion is clever also. Correct? So yeah. So the last two lines say that in the, living in this forest, I got old age, means I am living here from a very long time, but I have never heard any cave speaking. I'm not telling the meaning of word by word of this line because this is the title of our story itself, right? Which we have already done. Correct? I hope you understood the explanation of the chapter, and I found it very interesting. I hope you all also liked it, right? And yeah, so we have completed the explanation of the chapter. I hope you liked the video. I hope you understood everything. So in case of any doubts and queries, you can write me in comment section. I will definitely reply to them. And also, if you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up. It will motivate me. And please share with your friends in case they are also looking for the similar kind of content. And at the end, don't forget to subscribe my channel. So that's all for the video today. I will see you soon in the next video with some new topic. Till then, take care, keep learning Sanskrit. Thank you.